Good morning, y'all.
Good morning, Shaw.
Oh yeah. Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, it's another beautiful day. Hey, you hear Woody out there? Woody getting it in first thing in the morning. Hey, I just want to let y'all know. Oh, look at the fish. They out too. But I hear the forestry equipment this morning. Hey, they that way. And they cutting up some stuff. I can hear them hitting trees, basically. And it sounds like it's just grinding down trees. It's off in the distance. But I'm saying in a few days, maybe a week or two, I think they're going to be up here clearing this area out. I think this is something that they must do like every 5 years or so to make sure that nothing grows too big. But I'm saying basically one day we going to come and this whole area, which I say is my favorite spot to come to, this is going to be cleared out. All of this. Because that's the power lines right there. So they're going to come through here and clear this out all the way down through here. Like even this might be gone the next time in a few times. You can hear them hitting it. I don't know. That's going to be amazing. Let's sit here and take a look at this because I don't know how long it's going to be, but hey, I think they're going to come right through here and grind all of this down right alongside the creek. Or, no, they're going to grind this down. They can't have any trees grow in this area. It would impede with the power lines. So all of this has to go. And I'm directly under the power lines right now. So, coming soon. One day I'm going to walk through here. And I knew this was coming. Remember we talked about it when we saw the orange tape. And that's my favorite spot up on the hill over there. We're going to walk up there today. We're going to walk up there because we're going to get a final view of this whole area because I can hear them coming now. I hear... Oh, never mind. We ain't singing that early in the morning. Hey, let me take a look at this right quick because I want to see this all one last time in case it's gone tomorrow. Hey, that's why I do this kind of stuff, y'all. So let's check this out. What is going to be here and what won't be here when they get through this area. They can't let it grow up too high. So they have to come through here and clear it. Let's not just think, oh, they're destroying wildlife. Yes, they are, but they're doing it because, look, they already destroyed the wildlife a long time ago when they put all this power and stuff in. I'm saying the wildlife has since learned to live around this whole thing, believe me. They have to do this at a minimum every 5 years. So we're doing a little bit of a different morning walk this morning, y'all. I told you I was coming. Now I hear them coming. So let's see what this is about to look like today. Oh yeah, I hear it. They just hit it. That sounds like a big tree. Let's get up here to the top and see what it look like. Look at this. Oh, you can see it, baby. They over there on the other side of that hill right there. Yeah, they coming down. But it's a cliff right there where they at. We gonna walk over there today too. Because that's basically where they're at now. That's the top of where I say the main stage. So we can see that that's already brown over there. So we know that's going away. So basically what I'm saying is tomorrow, when I come out here, all this right here might be gone. Hey, that's pretty amazing, y'all. We gonna see this in a whole different way here soon. I knew it was coming, but I didn't know it was gonna come on, the first year that I'm doing morning walks every day. Let me tell you something else. Hey, this is the year of the 17-year cicada as well. It's funny how I'm doing a morning walk every day. What I'm saying is, I feel like I'm documenting stuff. This is what it looked like out here before they came through and cleaned out the power line. And I'm saying, y'all, this has to be done. This is not something that they're doing just to destroy nature. I'm saying if it wasn't for me and you, they wouldn't have to do this. So let's not give them a hard time. I'm saying if you had a capability of watching this video, let's not be judgmental about how you got the ability to do so. What I'm saying is, that's exactly what I be saying. People want to pick and choose when they want to pick and choose. What I'm saying is, I try and be pretty consistent. I try not to judge. What I'm saying is, I'm understanding. I utilize this very landscape every day, and I hate to see this happen to it, but it's only because of this that is happening that I'm able to bring you this footage in the first place. So it's kind of like a necessary evil until the evil ain't necessary. You hear what I'm saying? I'm saying we got to figure out a way that we can survive and not do so much devastation. I'm guilty. I'm saying, yes, I know this. I love nature, and I know even I destroy it. Look what I'm doing in my backyard, but I'm doing it because I want to spend more time in it. And I want to spend time in it their way. You get what I'm saying? I want to be in their world and still feel comfortable. That's what I'm saying. That's it. I want to be comfortable in their world. And this is what it looks like to be comfortable in their world, people. And I'm saying I want to stand here and document this, because it might not be seen like this again for at least another 5 years. I'm saying I want to document these cicadas because they might not be documented for another 17 years. What I'm saying is, people, take note of what's going on around you. You may not ever see it again. That's important, people. Ooh, that sounds like today's message. Let's get down to this creek. Hey, good morning, y'all. Oh, yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Pay attention to the signs around you. I'm saying, if you're observant to what goes on around you, it's amazing what you'll see. You just got to pay a little attention. I'm saying, I got up this morning and I heard a noise buzzing off in the distance. And that buzzing sounded familiar because I be hearing that junk on YouTube. Hey, those the kind of videos I be watching. I want to go down there and just shoot video of that boy right now. What I'm saying is, though, when you pay attention to what's going on around you, hey, it ain't no telling what you might see, what you might notice. I'm saying, it's signs that so many other people do not be paying attention to. And then they be acting like they shocked when they get a result that they wasn't ready for. What I'm saying is, who taught you math? I'm saying 1 + 1 always equal 2 for me. So many people act like they missed that lesson in school. I'm saying, pay attention to what goes on around you, people. It's important. You may never see it again. I don't care if it's a loved one we talking about. I don't care if it's a job opportunity. What I'm saying is, pay attention to what's going on around you, because if you ever feel like you missing your calling, your passion, your mark, what I'm saying is, you probably got your attention focused in the wrong direction and you missing what's right there in front of you. Take that how you want to, people. Good morning. I'm saying, I heard it coming. I saw it coming. Hey, and I'm telling you, now we just gonna wait and see how long before they get to me. Hey, y'all, good morning. I'm feeling good. How y'all feeling? Hey, let me know what's going on in y'all world, because I just told you what's going on in mine. Hey, we in the last days of seeing things the way we've been seeing it. Things about to change. Dramatically in my life, it looks like, huh? Hey, what I'm saying is, if you tuned in, it looks like it's going to change in yours as well, because what you see is what I be showing you. That's what I'm saying. The way that you feel about it, I'm concerned about that too. What I'm saying is, I hope tomorrow y'all come back and see what my day look like. Because I know my whole world about to change. And I'm saying, ooh, I want y'all to let me know how y'all feel about it too, because guess what? Even y'all gonna have I'm saying, when I'm walking through my ending and that junk is mowed down, some of y'all gonna be like, oh, I can't believe they did that. And y'all gonna leave. And what I'm saying is, I'm understanding of that. That's why I stay put. Because one thing I've learned since a young age as a kid, hey, people gonna leave and people are gonna stay. And what I'm saying is, I love letting people choose. Because then that's how you know you always got genuine people around you. I'm saying, how do you know who's genuine in your life if you ain't paying attention to even the small signs in life? Oh yeah. Hey, I love looking through my photos and seeing how much something changed. Oh, I hear that boy chomping away at stuff in the distance. I want one of those people. And what I'm saying is, the only thing you can do with one of those is chop up trees. But I chop up trees like this normally. I try not to cut down anything that looks good as a tree. No, not me. I be only wanting to cut down that stuff that's falling, that's dead. Oh, I almost missed what I said. There it went. Yep, I hit it like a home run. There I sent. Put a stamp on it. Put it on this way. I'm feeling good. Feeling good today. That was my nursery rhyme for y'all today, baby. Hey, I can't wait. I'm ready to get up there and see. Look, I'm getting a little overexcited. I hear that tool going off in the distance, and I know what it is. I've been telling y'all about it for weeks, but this is the first day I heard it. Oh, I can hear it good too. It's making good progress. But I done seen two different ones now. Okay, so the first time I saw one, it was it looked like a track vehicle, like a Bobcat or a skid steer. There we go. Because skid steer is the type, Bobcat is the name brand, if I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, yeah? Anyway, I always called them a Bobcat, but they're skid steers. And then what I have is a tractor, correct? Yes. Okay, I think. Y'all let me know. Anyway, though, so it looked like a skid steer, but it had like a brush crusher on the front of it that you could like chop down trees with. I'm talking about, it looked like it might be able to rip up stuff like that, just like eating through it, eat a little at a time, and then it would push it over. That's what it looked like. But they do this every 5 years, I do believe, because you can't let a sapling get that big and just think you're gonna get out here and just clear it, a whole field. You know, they can't do it every 10 years or 20 years because trees would get like this. Well, that was dead, but you know what I mean. So what they're doing is they're clearing it so that they can get through to do maintenance on it. So I guess they're probably doing maintenance right after they clear it, and then they won't come and clear it again until regularly scheduled maintenance on the towers again. So I'm assuming after they cut everything down, the next move will be a man up in the towers every now and then. Hey, that's gonna be nice. If I see it, I'm gonna record that, no joke. So, oh, they didn't fix this. Yep. Oh, that could be dangerous. I don't know who to call about that. Oh, whoa, that's even worse. See, that's what I mean. I don't feel good taking them off, but oh, somebody can get hurt right there. And I don't want to put screws in it and then, I don't know, I just don't want to be liable for something. Maybe if I do it without the camera, nobody would know it was me. Hey, I didn't do it, y'all. Whatever happened, screws in, no screws, I didn't do it. I'm saying, only reason I kicked it over is because I tripped on it. That's crazy. But maybe they got a park maintenance out here. I'll look into that maybe. I feel like people out here just kind of do this on their own. I'm saying that's why I think it was initials in that one, because somebody wanted the world to know it was them. I think people just enjoy this park, and so they come and just, I mean, that's what I do. I have cut up a log out of the trail, but not that big one. Yeah, my chainsaw ain't meant for that. I learned that yesterday. Yeah, I went by the dealership. I talked about a few things. Hey, I'm thinking about when I get a tiller. Yeah, I'm gonna get it from the dealership, straight from the dealership. I don't care. I like it, and the reason why is because I feel like I can get a good deal at the dealership. What do you mean by that? Yeah, well, to me, a good deal looks like this. If I talk to the guys at the dealership and they give me something like a discount, or if they got something they can't get rid of, I'm saying even if I go down there and talk to them on camera about the equipment, it's free advertisement for them. And I'm saying I know nothing about tractors, so I'm trying to learn. So it looks like I would be the perfect person to be asking questions to these guys down at my dealership. And every time I walk in, you know what they tell me? Free advertisement. I say, ha ha ha, no such thing as free advertisement. What I'm saying is, they already are paying me. And the reason why they paying me is because they're giving me the knowledge, and that's what I need most of all. And then heck, they're giving me good deals and even discounts on some of the equipment. And what I'm saying is, even when he ain't giving me good deals and discounts, he telling me where to go to get a better deal. Hey, what I'm saying is, that's somebody to be loyal to. And the reason I say it is because, hey, the only reason I can get this man to sell me what I be asking for, I know this sound crazy, is because I be telling him, hey, it'll do better for me on YouTube if I buy it from the dealership. He look at me like, what do you mean? I'm like, people like seeing stuff. Even one of the hashtags says, bought from the dealership. Every time I go in and type in a hashtag, it shows up, John Deere dealership, John Deere dealership. I'm like, that's a hashtag that's popular. So yes, I could be getting better deals. I could. But this is a long-term thing, people, not a short-term thing for me. And what I mean by that is, I want not just you guys who are watching today, but I'm thinking about the video for 10 years down the road. I'm saying when somebody sees a video and wants to learn about a tractor, I don't know anything. So I'm learning from you guys, and every time I learn something, I go and I say, this is what I learned. And it's working. I get a lot of people that are talking to me like, hey, you're pretty dumb. You should know not to use a tool in the mud. And I'm like, come on now, I'm learning. But then they don't know that because they're jumping in now. What I'm saying is 10 years from now, none of that stuff will matter. None of it will matter. And that's how I think. And so I'm planting a seed today for something that I'm expecting to grow 10 years from now. Now, what I'm saying is, hey, the fact that I got videos that have 200 and 300 views on them today, that's amazing to me, because 5 years ago, I wasn't getting that. Heck, if you look back through my videos now, 5 years ago, some of those videos still don't have over 100 views. What I'm saying is, I got so many that don't. But that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about the ones that it did good. And I'm saying if you throw enough out there, you'll find something that you do good at. And that's how I feel about videos. It's like, hey, every one of them ain't a hit. Heck, ain't none of them a hit to me. I feel like I ain't a hit. What I'm saying is, I thank y'all for tuning in. Because what I'm saying is, something ain't clicked yet. Or y'all just so daggone early to the party. And what I'm saying is, I'm taking note of y'all, and I appreciate it. But when this junk start to click, what I'm saying is, and I already know how it works, it don't click like people think it click. What I'm saying is, consistency is the key to clicking in anything. I'm saying, I'm playing racquetball now consistently. I'm gonna let y'all know something, and I'm not joking with y'all. I feel like my left hand is better than my right. I'm not joking. My left hand hit without me having to think about it. My right hand is always a thought. It's always a thought with my right hand. My left hand is no thought. The only thought that I have when I play with my left hand, no joke, is I can't believe I did that. That's the only thought I'm having when I play with my left hand. I'm a little upset, people, because I feel like I've been lying to myself my whole life. Hey, I ain't never had a reason to really do nothing with my left hand, except for cut hair, which I know that's always been confusing to me. That's why I don't do videos cutting hair, because I don't be knowing which hand to hold stuff with, my right hand or my left. But I've always been right-handed. Look, but I'm using my left to do everything. I'm just using my right to hold the mic. And that's what I be thinking. Hey, I know it sounds crazy. Like, hey, how you wait all your life to figure out you left-handed? What I'm saying is, welcome to the party, y'all. That's how I think. Hey, y'all think I'm crazy. What I'm saying is, I always been nice with my left hand on a basketball court. Never to shoot a jumper. I mean, I always would practice shooting a jumper with it, but I always hated how it felt. But that boy would come off, and I'm like, I guess what I'm saying is, I always thought that the reason why I would use my left hand is because I was mirroring people. Hey, boy, y'all want to talk about mirroring or something? Oh yeah, I remember this. I ran into a mirror as a kid, y'all. Hey, I know you like, how you do that? I turned the corner in a store. I don't know why they would do that, but I guarantee that mirror ain't there no more. I think there was like a Kmart. My mother chimed in on that one. Yeah. Hey, what I'm saying is, left-handed. I thought, I would watch my father dribble and I dribble like he dribbled. But I always feel like he always told me to shoot and to do things like this, so I would try it. And I bet he looked at me like I was not coordinated. He probably was not proud of me. I'm just joking. I'm saying, my right hand, I always worked hard at it. I felt like it. Dribbling, oh my goodness, I felt like that was a thought process for me. But now, I feel like I'm starting to understand. I think I really favor my left hand. I can't write with it. Nope. But even in barbering, it's something about barbering that's so relaxing to me, especially after I learned how to clipper and comb. Because a clipper over comb, I'm telling you, the reason why I feel like it flows so well is because it got my left hand into the game. And that was a game changer once I learned that, because using a brush and going down, that did nothing for me. But once I started using a comb and I figured I can cut anything like that, it's like music when you got both hands working together. And that's what I love about it. That's an art right there. I love it. Clipper over comb. And now I understand why most people can't do it. I didn't know that. I didn't think I was ambidextrous. Heck, I don't think I'm ambidextrous. I think I'm left-handed, people. Hey, but we'll save that one. I'll settle for ambidextrous. Hey, I think that's better than having to choose. I wonder why we say we right-handed or left-handed. What I'm saying is, why can't you just decide? I'm saying, I feel like somebody put a pencil in my right hand and told me to write. And so I thought I was right. And I kept making rights and I landed right back here in the middle. So it's time to make a left. And then we went. I made one left. Then I made another left. You're about to see. Yeah, right here. And I started to realize that making lefts wasn't so bad. It felt odd. Especially with the mic in my left hand. But what I'm saying is, that's how life be. Sometimes you got to change things up, people. Do something a little bit different than you normally do it. What I'm saying is, you might surprise yourself. And that's what I mean. I think that's why I always surprise myself, because I'm serious. I've always put a thought into everything that I did with my right hand. It felt like it made me think, like, what the heck is wrong with me? It's like, this is difficult. But I would do stuff and I'm like, oh. Then I let my hand get into the game. Basketball was the first thing. And I knew it. I'm like, oh, I'll kill somebody to the left. Because they always thought I was going right. Because I can't do nothing but shoot with my right. I hate it. Should have been practicing more with my left. What I'm saying is you got to practice with both. I'm telling y'all, look, we in the middle. I'm telling y'all what I always tell y'all. Life is about balance. Hey, look, remember what I told y'all? They were right up there. And here's your proof. Look right over there. You see how clean it looked right up there on top of that hill? Yeah. They there. This is that middle ground I was telling y'all about. And they pushed right up to it. I want to take y'all up there. No, I'm lying. I just want to go up there for myself. Hey, I got somewhere to be. I got to do my taxes today. Yeah, I told y'all. Yeah, your boy do taxes. No, I'm getting my taxes done. I got a CPA. I don't know how to do all that stuff. No, I'm telling you, if you own a business, don't expect to know everything. Get people who do. And people you trust. That's what I'm saying. It's important to have people you trust always around you. I don't know taxes. I try to pay somebody who do. And she been doing my taxes for a long time. So, that's what I got planned for today. What do y'all have planned for today? What did y'all do yesterday that put you in a better position for today? And I already told y'all what I did. I got some ducks. Yeah. Put me in a better position for Thanksgiving. No, I'm just joking. I don't plan on eating these ducks. No, let me tell y'all why I got these ducks, y'all. I got these ducks because I was trying to save some lives. That's how I felt. And I wanted one to survive, so that's why I got 12. I know. I know nothing about raising ducks. So, I'm going to do my best to have 12 when I'm done. I was just surprised to see 12 this morning. Hey, I'm going to get them a big pool for them to go in, so I'm not too worried. But, yeah. I learned a lot about ducks yesterday. Let me just tell y'all this. Yeah, you heard me say it. Yeah, yesterday. I've been wanting to get ducks for a while. And, they were $6 a piece, and I was like, well, I'll get 6 of them, because you got to buy them 6 at a time. I'll get 6 of them. But then I started doing a little research. I'm like, I don't want no ducks. Not that I don't want no ducks. I didn't think I was ready for ducks right now. You know, it's kind of like anything. Like, people don't be thinking they're ready for kids, ready for marriage, ready for... Look, sometimes you just got to make them. You just got to make a move. So what I did yesterday was, I was riding around and I'm thinking, I can get like a lawn sprayer or something. So I went to the dealership. I told you about this. The guy's telling me all the things that, I know this sounds good or crazy, but this is what I mean. He's dependable to me. And I'm going to buy a lot of stuff from them. So I went and did my research to see whether or not what he was saying makes sense. And everything he's saying makes sense. But what I'm saying is, if it makes sense, it just means I'm going to have to do it twice. Because one day, I know I'm going to want to upgrade from what I'm going to buy. And that means I'll just be buying it from him. And I'm saying, yes, that might be a good stepping stone for a YouTube video. But I'm going to be honest, your boy really starting to hate cheap products, y'all. Oh my goodness. I'm saying, I hate having to do stuff twice. Hey, that video, look, I say it's horrible to rent, but I'm going to be honest. The only reason I ain't pumped out that daggone pond again, because look, that wasn't yesterday, y'all, that I shot that video. But the only reason I ain't pumped that pond out again is because I do not want to go through the problems of that pull start. What I'm saying is, that's why your boy been getting away from pull starts and been going to electric. Oh, hey, y'all don't get me off on that one. Hey, it ain't nothing more frustrating. I know y'all be seeing me being calm, but I'm telling you, it take everything in me. Your boy had to work on his calmness. This is not something that comes easy to me, y'all. I'm saying, I work hard at keeping my peace. Very hard. I do this. That's how hard I work at keeping my peace, people. I'm saying, hey, I have had to learn how to develop good patience. Hey, I appreciate the comment talking about I got way more patience. What I'm saying is, hey, you got patience if you watch through. If you watch through my frustration, you got patience, and I appreciate your patience. Let me just tell you about that one. I understand some people be flipping through. What I'm saying is, I see people watching, and I see how long they watch for. I don't get to see who's watching, but I'm saying I do get to see who's watching when y'all leave me a comment. What I'm saying, why don't you try that? hey, I'm saying, oh man. Hey, we got to get through here and check it out too, y'all. Because look, hey, you know what's crazy? Maybe me. Because my favorite spots are directly under these power lines. What if these power lines, what I'm saying is, somebody in this comments talking about how power lines are leading to cancer. What I'm saying is, I guess I'm about to be a study on that, because this was the best property I could find in the area. And this is what happened to be in my backyard. I couldn't do nothing about that, y'all. And boy, I'm saying, hey, I feel like my video is getting better, so maybe those power lines are projecting some positive energies. Hey, it's projecting power, I'll tell you that. They both begin with a P. People. That's why I like the P word so much. That's my favorite word, people. Oh boy, I don't be knowing who be watching, so I be trying to keep my my commentary clean. But yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about today, y'all. I'm just looking around and enjoying myself, but I know I want to shoot this video at the same time. So if my subject matter or whatever I be talking about be off subject, it's because I'm looking around thinking, what can I show these people to change the subject, because I don't know where I'm going. No, I know where I'm going. I'm showing y'all what this is about to look like. Look at this. Hey, for those who ain't listening to what I'm saying, which I don't know why y'all here no more, because I stopped showing y'all the creek a long time ago. Hey, but look, you see this? I'm saying, let's take it in, y'all, because they moving quick. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. I ain't gonna want to show through here tomorrow. Like, I'm gonna want to cut the camera tomorrow coming through here. If it's gone, this is gonna be depressing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. This is gonna look. Hey, y'all. I don't know how I'm gonna feel tomorrow, y'all, if this is gone. But I got a feeling we ain't gonna see this like this again for at least another 5 years, and in 5 years it ain't gonna look nothing like this, I guarantee it. Hey, this kind of like a sad day right here. Dang. Man, that sounded horrible. Hey, you see how much thought I put into this right here? You see how much thought I put into this? I wish people put that much thought into going to jail for 5 years. I'm saying, you like, never seeing this again means that much to me, y'all. For 5 years, like, that's a little bit, like, I don't know. It's gonna be different, and when it becomes different, we're gonna have to learn how to deal with this. Oh my goodness. Y'all hear how that work? What that mean to you in your life? When things change in your life. And you see what I'm saying? I'm taking this in that much now. What is it in your life that you ain't looking at in that much detail? Because I'm saying, every choice you make affects your life. And it ain't my choice to see this torn down. What is my choice is that I came out here walking every day. And I came and brought y'all along with me. And what I'm trying to let y'all know is, the choice that I made, however many days ago it was that I made it, I brought y'all along with me. So what I'm saying is, how this very change is about to affect my life is about to affect y'all life as well. I'm saying, you only tune in for 30 minutes a day, if you tune in that long. I'm saying, if you made it this far, you have. And I appreciate you. But what I'm saying is, that is what I mean. One choice that one person makes can affect so many people. look and see how many views this video got. And I'm saying, and then multiply that, or just come back in 10 years. And what I'm saying is, whatever this video has in comments, whatever this video has in views, that's how many people were affected by just this one video. Might not be many. What I'm saying is, the world will never know in a lot of cases, because people ain't getting opportunities. And I'm saying that goes both ways. What is going on in the media today, it's not right. I'm saying people can't keep getting shot just because you don't know how to deal with a situation. Hey, this your boy and I'm out.